What's up, guys? This is one of the highest max vertical jumps we've ever seen. Take a look.
This 450, legit.
Absolutely insane. That was Isaiah Espinoza at our max vertical jump contest we just held a few weeks ago. It was so much fun and incredible to watch. Some really incredible athletes, and Isaiah blew us all away with an official 50-inch max vertical jump. The reason I'm making this video is there's been some videos lately about calculating vertical jump using flight time, and I wanted to compare his jump, knowing that we measured the Vert Trainer a couple of times. We measured his standing reach. We were very strict about it, and we're very confident and feel very sure and certain that this was a legit 50-inch max vertical jump. But what would it be if we calculated it using flight time? Well, in today's video, we're going to figure that out. So I'm using Adobe Premiere, and in the bottom left hand part of the screen you can see time code, and what I'm going to be able to do is mark the in point and the out point, and we'll be able to calculate the number of frames and then do a little math, and we will calculate the vertical jump based on flight time and see how that compares to a 50-inch max vert using a max touch like we did in this contest. So this was shot at 120 frames per second, and you can see that by, if you look at the time code in the bottom left hand part of the screen, when it gets to 120, it's going to say 1 second. So it'll reset. So it's 120 frames per second. So let's mark
50, legit.
where he takes off. And so I want to find the last frame where his feet are still touching the floor. And to me, that looks like this frame right here. Here it looks like he's airborne. Here I think his tippy toes are still touching the floor. So I'm going to mark that as our end point. And let this play a little bit further. And let's just say he had landed right here. And if I went and pressed out, this would tell us that 61 frames. But obviously it's much longer than that, because he's still way up there. So we're going to keep going. And again, it's the bottom right hand part of the screen. It's going to tell us the number of frames. So as he lands here, to me it looks like he's still airborne here, and right here it looks like we have touchdown. So I'm going to say that's out, and that's 1 full second, 120 frames of flight time, which I can tell you based on some of the other really high jumps out there, 1 second is extremely rare. And I think I know of only one other video or one other jump that has been at this long flight time. Okay, so what does that calculate to be? So I'm going to go over and pull up this formula that we can use to calculate vertical jump doing the math. Okay, so what we need to do is take the time in the air, which in this case was 120 frames, divided by 120 frames, which is 1 second. Okay, pretty simple. You square that, you still get 1. And then I'm going to multiply this by gravity, or G, which is 9.81 meters per second. And that gives us 9.81. Then you're going to divide that by 8. And that gives you 1.226. That's in meters. So we need to convert this to inches, because if you're American like me, 1.22 meters doesn't actually mean a lot. So what does 1.226 meters mean? So according to flight time, this jump was 48.26 inches. So that's not as high, obviously, as the max touch of 50, which we got, which is kind of interesting. But at the same time, I know this is one of the longer flight times we have seen. out there. According to flight time, I was curious how long we'd have to be in the air to reach a 50-inch max vert based on flight time alone. And that answer is right here. It's actually 1.01 seconds. And that would translate to, if you're shooting at 120 frames, that would be 122 frames. So on this jump, Isaiah was actually 120 frames, not 122, when you calculated this by flight time. I actually think his 48-inch jump, or the touch that was measured at a target that was 48 inches high, was actually a little bit higher than this. So if you guys are interested, I'll do this again and we'll take a look at his 48-inch jump and see if that was a little bit longer in flight time or not. No matter what, this was a crazy jump. Has to be one of the higher jumps we've ever seen. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this is accurate? Do you like using flight time, or you prefer max touch? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.